Hey guys, new stuff just dropped. Very epic. New selection pack, and we have Aroma, Lilith, Rosemary, Arms of Genex, Return Zero, Rika, Slag Sovereign, Enlightenment Dragon, Ancient Gear, Dark Golem. So, as far as I can tell, Ancient Gear support, and then this one is Lightsworn support. This one is, I have no clue. It does something with insect, plant, and or reptile monsters. This is a Link 5. Pretty cracked. In terms of Link 5s, I think that this might be the first non-Cyberse Link 5. Uh, Probably, right? But we'll just put that down as probably. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target, any insect, plant, or reptile monster you control, place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you special summon this card, also you can special summon for the rest of this turn, except for insect, plant, or reptile monster, so it kind of locks you. Cool. And if a monster is special summoned from your opponent's deck and or extra deck, you can destroy 2 monsters on the field. You must destroy 2 monsters on the field. So if your opponent does not have 2 monsters on the field, you have to destroy your own. It's not up to 2, it is 2. Well, that's randomly garbage, but okay. You guys know the reason Kashira Ogre allows you to select from anywhere from 1 to 5 cards to banish face down, right? It's because if your opponent has uh, less than 5 cards, you can't excavate 5 cards because you can only excavate 4. This card does not have that kind of luxury, you know? Not that kind of quality of life. I don't think that card is broken enough to warrant, like, just that. But okay. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can banish 1 monster from your graveyard with the same attribute, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. You can only banish each attribute once per turn. To activate this effect of Arms of Genex, return 0. This might be good against, like, certain decks, honestly. Like, I don't know, maybe a Vanquish Soul or something. I mean, it's 3 attributes, but, you know, cool. Once per turn, you can target up to 6 of your genex monsters with different attributes that are banished and or in your graveyard. Shuffle them into the deck, then you destroy up to that many cards in the spell and trap zones. Well, it's alright. This would be a lot better if it was just any cards, but okay. It is something. So, you have that going. Then Aroma, Lilith, Rosemary. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 Aroma card from your deck to your hand. 2+ plant monsters. If you gain life points, even during the damage step, you can special summon up to 3 Aroma monsters from your hand to your zones this card points to. Essentially a pendulum summon, okay. You contribute 1 monster this card points to, then target 1 card on the field, banish it, and if you do, gain 1,000 life points. That is not a quick effect, but that is for sure an effect. Alright. Then we also have this other secret pack with a bunch of cards that were already released at some point. So we'll take a quick look at both. So let's start with Aim for the Stars. So this has Rico Queen Strenna, Dance Peon, some branded stuff for some reason. Do they expect us to play branded plants or something? Therion Lily Borea. No other Therion cards. Pretty weird, honestly. And there's some like labyrinth cards in here randomly. But there's no way you can make like a cohesive deck out of this for the most part. So, well, unless you open like, well, not open. If you pull only like the branded cards, that might be fine. So, pretty weird here, but okay. Just go to the secret packs, I guess. And I guess we have a free pull here. Might as well while we're here. But new runic generator pack. So that is just whatever. Yeah, didn't really pull much here. And then this is a Monadioma with like some of the Visa stuff and the Veto things. So that's whatever. This is probably nothing, right? It's never anything. Didn't even get a foil from that. Big sad. And then we have like some new accessories and stuff. Alright. Then here is the new secret bag. Anything interesting that has been added? So repair genex controller is new. 1 level 4 Warlord genex monster. You can only special summon repair genex controller once per turn. Why doesn't Phantom of Bell have this text? Anyways, if this card is link summoned, you can add 1 genex monster from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Once per chain, if a genex monster is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can except during the damage step immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon 1 genex monster. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except synchro summon using a genex tuner as material. What? So you can only synchro summon if you use a genex tuner as material. You can use other things. So this notably only extra locks you. If I was playing like pistols or something, I could still summon them. Okay. Next thing of note. This has no hard ones per turn, right? Yeah. So we can just keep activating this effect to keep normal summoning genex monsters. And I assume we can do genex combos like that. Pretty good support then, I guess. But does that make genex playable? Doubts. A lot of doubts. Okay. Ragnaraka, the Evil Seed. Oh, so this is its own like whole archetype, like Ragnaraka archetype? Okay. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending an insect, plant, or reptile monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay. So that's only from the hand? Yeah. Not on field. You can only special summon Ragnaraka, the Evil Seed, once per turn this way. If this card is normal or a special summon, you can add to your hand up to 2 different Ragnaraka cards of yours that are banished and or in your deck, except for Evil Seed. Then banish 1 card from your hand. Also, you cannot... Oh, wait, what? Banish 1 card. Okay. You cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except for insect, plant, or reptile monsters. The only interesting effect here is that this searches 2 Ragnaraka cards. Aside from that, I'm seeing a lot of nothing so far, so, okay. Aroma Lilith Rosalina, quick effect. You can discard this card, then target 1 aroma monster you control, gain life points equal to half its attack. That's a quick effect, okay. If this card is normally special summoned, you can special summon 1 non-tuner aroma monster from your deck, and that does not block you, and it has no restriction, so, okay. Well, except for the you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn non-plant monsters, so that's a thing. But by no restriction, I mean if there was a trigger, which I'm not 100% sure if Aroma Mages even have one or whatever, but if we special summon an Aroma monster, we can activate its effect if it has one. Lightsworn Dragonling, that's new. If you have a Lightsworn monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can send 1 Lightsworn card from your deck to the graveyard, except for Lightsworn Dragonling. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Dragon monster with 3000 attack, 2600 defense from your deck to your hand. I wonder what targets you have for this then. Well, I'm pretty sure Punishment Dragon and the Judgment Dragon or whatever both have the same stat line. That would be my assumption, but there must be something really dumb you can add with this, like without a doubt. So that's neat, I guess. Ancient Gear Statue. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand, so going second card. You can only special summon an Ancient Gear Statue once per turn this way. You can tribute this card special summon from your hand or deck when Ancient Gear Golem or 1 monster that mentions it, except for Ancient Gear Statue, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, seems like a pretty good card for Ancient Gear for what they want to do, I guess. The Black Goat Laughs. Declare one monster card name. This turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that original name except from the graveyard. That's pretty useful, I guess. You can banish this card from the graveyard, then declare 1 monster card name. This turn, neither player can activate the effects of monsters on the field with that original name. You can only use 1 the Black Goat Laughs effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, This seems pretty good, honestly. This is just 2 turns of being really annoying. It says neither player can activate the effects of monsters on the field with that original name, but like, if I'm playing, I don't know, for example, Labyrinth or something, I don't see the like problem. Because I'm probably not going to be playing the same like extra deck monsters or anything like that as you are. Ragnarika, Skeletal Soldier. 2 monsters, including Insect Plant or Reptile monster. You can target 1 Ragnarika monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position if this card is in your graveyard. So this allows for link climbing, I guess. You can target 1 Insect Plant or Reptile monster you control, place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, so that's cost. Special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn, and if you activate either effect, you are locked into Insect Plant Reptile. Okay. Mantis Monk. Same kind of summoning conditions as everyone else here. You can banish 2 insect, plant, and or reptile monsters from your graveyard. Add 1 Ragnarika trap from your deck to your hand. Better be good, I guess. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 insect, plant, or reptile monster you control. Place it on the bottom of the deck. So same thing as the other ones. Okay. And you can only use each effect. Hard ones return. Chain Coils. If your opponent activates a monster effect, except during the dash step, you want to activate this effect. Neither player can activate the effects of monsters in the hand this turn. What? Is that even useful? What activates in the hand? Specifically monsters? Just, Poplar activates, and then Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Yeah, I think that's it, right? There's pretty much nothing else to super matter about, like, or super care about. So, all right. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target. Okay, and then special summon this guy, and there's no condition, so this won't be banished when it leaves the field. And okay, that is Coils. Oh, that's a new card, Minerva, the Athenian Lightsworn. So completely generic to make. Lightsworn monsters you control cannot be banished by card effects. Interesting. You can only use each of the following effects of Minerva the Athenian Lightsworn once per turn, and this card is Synchro Summon. You can send Lightsworn monsters with different types from your deck to the graveyard up to the number of Lightsworn monsters used as this card's material. You can banish up to 4 Lightsworn monsters from your graveyard, send that many cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Oh, being generic doesn't mean anything, because you would want to make this with Lightsworns anyways. So, weird. Aroma Lilith Magnolia. While your life points are higher than your opponent's, land monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also has this special summoned. Once per turn, you can pay 2,000 life points banish cards on the field equal to the number of humid winds, dread winds, and blessed winds you control. Once per turn, if you gain life points even during the turn step, you can make all plant monsters you currently control gain attack equal to the life points gained until the end of this turn. That's only once. Okay. King of the Skull Servants is here. Weird. I don't think I saw any zombie anything, but maybe there is something. IAS. Invasive Alien Species. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while your opponent has a face-up card in their field zone. You can only use each of the following effects of IAS, Invasive Alien Species, once per turn. If your opponent has a face-up card in their field zone, you can target 1 monster they control, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack. If your opponent has a face-up card in their field zone, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. There's no hard ones per turn on this, is there? Oh, there is. Oh, okay, whatever. It would be cool if it did, honestly. Asset Mountus. If your opponent controls a level 6 or lower monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you have more cards in your hand than your opponent, you can change to the battle positions of all monsters on the field. All other insect monsters on the field become the same attribute and level as this card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except for insect monsters. So, what do you expect me to do? Make an insect rank 7? Okay. If this card is destroyed, you can add 1 level 8 or higher insect monster for your deck to your hand. Well, I'm pretty sure we all know what that one's going to be. But, okay. Ancient Gear Commander, you can send 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your And deck or face up monster zone to the graveyard immediately after this effect resolves. Normal summon one Ancient Gear monster. If you normally special summon Ancient Gear Golem, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Ancient Gear Golem from your hand or graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. You can banish this card from your graveyard, place one Ancient Gear Continuous Trap from your hand. Face up on your field. So you would need to have a continuous trap in your hand to begin with to do this. But let's go back up for a second. I believe we skipped over this. Ancient Gear Deck Golem. This card's name becomes Ancient Gear Golem while on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add up to 2 cards. Ancient Gear cards and or Gear Town from your deck to your hand, except for Ancient Gear Dark Golem, then discard 1 card. And you cannot set cards for the rest of this turn. You can only use this effect of Ancient Gear Dark Golem once per turn, and then if this card attacks your opponent, cannot activate spell trap cards until the end of the damage step. Okay. Doesn't seem that cracked, but you know. Probably has synergy with that other card. And place one other Lightsworn card from your hand on top of the deck. Special summon this card from your hand, then send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can target 1 Lightsworn monster in your graveyard except for Weiss, Lightsworn Arcane Special, summon it. Haha. So this is probably pretty decent because we can place a card we want to mill to trigger it, I guess. Then we can see if this card is sent from deck to the graveyard. We can special summon it, right? Wait, target 1 Lightsworn monster except for itself. Oh. Okay, not sure where that comes up. Bit lost on that, but that's not a 1-card combo. Cyclos, the Circular Sprite. If this card is normal or special summon, you can discard 1 card, add 1 insect or plant tuner from your deck to your hand, except for Cyclos, the Circular Sprite. No idea what this is supposed to add. If an insect or plant synchro monster is special summon while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Probably useful in general. I think I know what card this is going to be vaguely related to. If I were to guess this one, maybe. But okay. Ancient Gear Dragon. Cannot be special summoned, can only be normal summoned. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Earth Machine monsters, you normal summon this card without attributing, still takes your normal summon. When your opponent activates a spell trap card or effect, quick effect, you can send to the graveyard 1 machine monster from your hand or face up field or 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your deck. Negate that effect. A spell trap negate. Cool. And then we have Ragnaraka, Wicked Butterfly. You can discard this card, special summon insect, plant, or reptile monster from your hand. Okay. If this card is banished from the hand or graveyard, you can draw cards during the end phase of this turn equal to the number of different monster types among the monsters you control that are insect, plant, or reptile. What? So you can draw 3. What the hell? Okay, I guess. Ancient Gear Advance. When this card is activated, add 1 Ancient Gear spell trap from your deck to your hand, except for Advance. Once per turn, you contribute 1 monster, draw 1 card, and apply this effect for the rest of this turn. Even if this card leaves the field, you normal summon Ancient Gear Golem or level 5 or higher monsters that mention it without attributing. You cannot set cards. Okay. So with Advance, we can activate Advance, and then we can normal summon an Ancient Gear Golem after attributing a guy. Cool, I guess. The thing that's really weird about this is that a lot of these don't let you to set, don't let you set cards. Is setting infinite impermanence like that broken that Ancient Gear should be able to do it? No idea. Ragnaraka Bloom. Insect, plant, and reptile monsters on the field gain 300 attack defense. Also, all other monsters on the field lose 300 attack defense. So overall, this is like a 600 attack defense swing. During your main phase, you can activate 1 of these effects. Add 1 Ragnaraka monster from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. Special summon 1 of your Ragnaraka monsters from your hand, graveyard, or banishment in special in defense position. And you can only use this effect once per turn, so you can only pick 1 and activate 1 per turn. Okay. I guess this is one effect, right? Yeah, okay. So that's a one card starter, probably, if I were to guess. Haggard Lizardos. Two monsters with different names. So this is just generic. You can banish one monster from your face of field or graveyard, 2000 or less attack. Then attack your one face of monster on the field, make its attack become equal to the original attack of the monster banished to activate this effect until the end of this turn. Then, if you banish a monster that was originally a reptile, draw one card. I have no idea why you would ever play this, but okay, I guess. Our Genex Undyne. New Genex card. Once per turn, you banish one Genex monster from your graveyard. This card gains that monster's attribute. Then, if you banish a tuner to activate this effect, you can treat this card as a tuner, optional, until the end of this turn. If you control a Genex Synchro monster, you can target two Genex monsters in your graveyard, including this card, add them to your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Let's go back up here for a second. Once per chain. Okay. And that's just any Genex, though, I think. So, whatever. Ancient Gear Tanker. If this card is normal or special summon one Ancient Gear monster from your hand, except for Ancient Gear Tanker. You don't meet summoning conditions, or if your opponent controls the monster, you can special summon from your graveyard instead. Wow, what a crappy place to summon from instead. You can target one face-up card you control, destroy. Also, for the rest of this turn, all monsters you control that are Ancient Gear Golem or mention it gain 600 attack. Okay. Ragnaraka Samurai Beetle. You can special summon this card from your hand by placing one of your banished insect, plant, or reptile monsters on the bottom of your main deck. Oh, so that probably has synergy with the other card. And that's hard once per turn. The other thing is also hard once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Ragnaraka Link monster, you can target one level 4 lower insect, plant, or reptile monster in your graveyard except for Ragnaraka. Samurai Beetle, special summon in defense position. So you can special summon all the way to Link 4 off of like one card. I'm assuming Link 4 or 5, whatever. Without a doubt. Aroma Blend. Discard one card, place one human blend, dried winds or blessed winds from your hand or deck face up in your spawn trap zone. You banish this card from your graveyard. Fusion, summon one plant fusion monster from the extra deck by banishing its materials from your field. If your life points are higher than your opponent's, you can also banish plant monsters from your graveyard as material. Ah, that's how you fusion summon. Well, won't think on that too much. Starry Dragon Cycle. What? Target one Fusion, Synchro Xyz, or Link monster on the field. Return that face-up monster to the extra deck. Then, based on the card type, you can special summon one appropriate monster from either graveyard to your field. Fusion monster with the same attribute, Synchro monster with a lower level, XYZ monster with the same level as its rank, and Link monster with the same type. So this summons from graveyard, but it's either graveyard. So, if we have a Synchro, we can just summon a lower level Synchro. If we have a Fusion, that probably doesn't do that much for us. Except we could technically bring back like a Mirror Jade with this, I guess. If we have another Dark Fusion, I guess, like a Dragus Depelia. That's kind of reasonable, but Mirror Jade would have to be in the graveyard for some reason, I guess. Maybe you made like Guardian Chimera, not 100% sure. XYZ monster with the same level as its rank. That's absolutely like not useful. Link monster with the same type. So you summon a Link monster, right? Because it does a special summon in defense. No, it doesn't specify. So we can special summon any Link monster pretty much as long as it's the same type. So that's fine, I guess. Not like that insane, I guess. It's a card of all time. Well, we'll put it that way. Ancient Gear Duel. Ancient Gear Golem and monsters that mention it in your monster zone are unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. Oh, that's interesting, I guess. If your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your, or that mentions Ancient Gear Golem from your extra deck by banishing monsters from your field or graveyard as material, including Ancient Gear Golem you control. And if you do, you can make up to 3 attacks during each battle phase. Okay, so that could be a lot of damage, I suppose. Ragnaraka Hunting Dance. So that is the only trap, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different monster types among the Link monsters you control. Control. Destroy them. Your insect, plant, or reptile Link monsters. If a face-up insect, plant, or reptile monsters you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your graveyard. Except the turn it was sent there, you banish this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Wait, what? While it is in the graveyard, the turn it was except the turn it was sent there. Banish this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So that we can destroy our opponent's cards. Okay. Ragnarika, Celine, Snapper. Link 3. You can banish up to 2 monsters from your graveyard, then target that many spell traps your opponent controls, destroy them. That's something. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one insect, plant, or reptile monster you control, place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except for insect, plant, or reptile monsters. So, seems all of their guys kind of recycle a little bit. Nothing insane yet. Curse Bride Doll. When you draw this card, you can reveal it. Special summon this card. At the start of each battle phase, if there are more cards in your deck than your opponent's, this card gains attack equal to the difference times 300 until the end of this turn. Once returned during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, place it on the top of the deck. I mean, that might be fun for something, but yeah, whatever. Oh, White Lord. Okay. This card's name becomes Skull Servant while in the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of White Lord once per turn if you have Skull Servant or King of the Skull Servants. In your graveyard, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard after the number of Skull Servants and King of the Skull Servants in your graveyard. You banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Skull Servant or King of the Skull Servants in your graveyard. Special summon it. Okay, I guess. I have no idea how this is on the field, but I'll just assume it can be. Ragnarika Armored Lizard. You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one insect, plant, or reptile monster from your graveyard. That's new. You can only special summon this once per turn. You can discard, well, this way, so you can technically special summon it other ways. You can discard one insect, plant, or reptile monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls except for an insect, plant, or reptile monster, return it to the hand. Wait, what? I mean, that is for sure something. Our genex Turing. During your opponent's main phase, if you control a genex monster, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, then immediately after this resolves, you can synchro summon one genex synchro monster. Does this summon anything? Huh. You can only use this effect once per turn. This card on the field can be treated as a level 1 or 3 monster when used for a synchro summon of a genex synchro monster. Do any of these do anything? These are all ignitions so far. Or you do something by battle. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Locomotion. You can make locomotion on your opponent's turn. Okay, cool, I guess. Aroma Healing. Gain 1,000 life points for each Aroma monster you control with a different name. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Aroma monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field, then gain 500 life points. Honestly, I'm not that interested in, any of these cards. So, might give it another shot, just trying to, well, let's see if they're still around. I think they might be, right? Are they? Oh, they're gone, aren't they? Well, I guess we'll have to wait for the next selection to see if there's something interesting. Next selection, probably not that far away because the dual pass is ending soon. So, we'll see if we get something new by then. But, not super interested in the most recent selection pack. I mean, maybe some people can have fun with this stuff. I mean, For the most part, these guys don't seem to do much. And this is for the rest of this turn, though, interestingly enough. So if I were to do like a full insert combo here, I don't know, and then start doing the Ragnaraka stuff, that is possible. So that is not entirely bad, I guess. But no idea how you're really going to utilize these guys as of right now, so yeah. Got me pretty lost, but it works with the insect, plant, reptile stuff that we already have. It's probably going to most likely be played with either insect or plant stuff, if anything at all. But yeah, you have a lot of starters actually. So we have Lone Fire Blossom, Ragnaraka the Evil Seed, and then we have the Continuous, which is where Ragnaraka Bloom. So you have at least like 9 starters with that, so that's something. Is it a whole lot something? I'm not one to say, but yeah. This is everything I think that's super worth mentioning about the new update. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.